Welcome to Diamond.Standard.Gaming. And if you heard that rooster crow, you know it's time to build something awesome. And right here we're taking a look at a house that we built about a week ago inside of our castle. And today we're going to go ahead and build a building right here in this little area right here that we're looking at. This is going to be more of a commercial building. We're gonna it's gonna kind of be a storefront on the bottom, and I guess you can think maybe like an apartment up on top. We're not gonna really furnish the whole inside or anything like that. That usually ends up being like pretty much the same in every regular living building. So we really build the outside, and we do put some stairs in and inside, and we add a little like area for like a cashier or a store clerk to sit. So we start with this chiseled red sandstone block. And we just go around this entire perimeter inside the white block here, the white path block, and the granite block. We make this one layer tall right here. And then you'll see in a second what we place on top of it is the end stone bricks. And we'll make that an additional 3 blocks on top of this sandstone block that we have down here now. And again, I'm trying to make things have a lot of contrast, so the slightly darker red and the white goes together really well. Alright, and then once we get up here, I'm going to take a dark oak slab, and at the tallest level of our building so far, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with the dark oak slab. And that's going to become the ceiling of the first floor and the floor of the second floor of this building. So that's how that looks right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add 3 more blocks of these the end stone bricks right on top of what we have right now. So the first floor is 3.5 blocks tall inside, and then the second floor is 2.5 blocks tall on the inside. So you can see this is how our building's looking right now. And this is as tall as it's going to get. And I'm going to go ahead and take that dark oak slab again, and I'm going to again fill the highest level of our building with that, and then that's going to become the roof of our building. And that's how it looks when we have the entire roof filled in. Okay, and then I was thinking of doing like a rooftop garden, but I didn't want to actually put dirt on the top and grass on the top, so what I decided to go with was this moss carpet. So I go ahead and take the moss carpet and cover the entire top of the building, and then I go ahead and put a dark oak fence around the entire perimeter of the top of the building as well, just to keep it safe so that no one falls off. Then I grab a couple chairs that we have from one of our I think it's the More Furniture mod that we have, and I just put a couple of chairs up there for people to sit on. And then you can see here I actually forgot that the ground wasn't actually dirt. I did try to plant a sunflower, but quickly found out that that doesn't actually work, so I ended up just leaving it like this for now. And you can definitely experiment with this, and maybe you make the roof 2 blocks thick so you could actually do things like put water in, or maybe you do want to put actual dirt up on top here, and then that way you can plant real flowers and stuff in there. Now we're going to go ahead and cut some windows in. So we start on the side. This is the right hand side right here, and right in the middle of that larger part of the right hand side I cut a window in that is 1 block off the ground, 1 block wide, and 2 blocks tall. And then I run all the way over to the other side of the building, and I do the exact same size window over here, right in the exact same position. Then what I do is I go right to the middle of the front of the building. I cut just a single doorway space in, leave 1 space, and then between the door and the next window, and then I cut out a 2x3 window, and I leave it 1 block from the ground. And you can see I replicate the exact same window on the other side. Then what I do is I leave 3 spaces, 3 blocks between the window we just put in and 1 more window that will be the exact same size. So if you look at this now, you can kind of tell like these are like kind of the big display windows that you'd have in a storefront. So the building's definitely looking a lot more commercial than a lot of the buildings that we've built in the past. You know, I was thinking, you know, I don't really need windows in the back because you're just going to look at those towers. But then you'll see a little bit later in the build, I do end up cutting in windows in the back of the building. And what I do is I grab the black stained glass panes and I fill in all the windows with those panes. This is how it looks when we get all the panes of glass in the windows. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and work on the windows on the second floor. So because the second floor is only 2.5 blocks tall, we can't really put a very big window in there. So what I do is I do a long but short window in here. And I kind of line it up with the windows underneath it on the first floor. But this just gives like a lot of light for the upstairs. And I go ahead and I fill that in with the black stained glass pane as well. And then you'll see I carry this around, right around to the back. And I just put one long window on the top floor, and then I also put one long window along the entire first floor of this building. And my goal of really making these videos is to really give you guys ideas of different buildings, different shapes you can try out. So if you like my buildings, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Or if you end up using one of these, you know, definitely let me know how you used it, or let me know how you modified it. I'd love to hear from the people that are watching our videos. We did recently cross 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for everyone who watches and everyone who subscribes. We're working really hard here to try to build up our following and so you can see that back window is partially cut off by the floor, but it's fine because if you can imagine, like, there would be like shelves or something that would run along the back wall, so it's really not to see out of, it's really just to let light in and brighten up the place a little bit. Then what I do is I grab some spruce shutters and I put them on both sides of all the windows that we put in on the first floor. I'm using the spruce shutters because it just creates a really nice contrast with the end stone blocks. And I always think the shutters just make windows look better in Minecraft. Again, you don't have to use them, but I always think it makes it look better. And I think these also came from our More Furniture mod that we have. And I put them on the sides as well. Now the back and the top floor really don't have room for shutters up there, so those I just left shutterless. Then what I do is I go over the door. The door I put a dark oak door in, and then what I'm putting is these dark oak slabs over top, and I stick it out 3 from the building, and I stick it out 2 on each end of the door. So on the left hand it sticks out 2 from the door, and the right hand it sticks out 2 from the door. So I guess it's what, 5 by 3 total in size. And then what I do is I grab a spruce fence and I build a column, and I put that on the outside of that overhang to just to make it look like it's supported with something and not just floating there. And again, I use the spruce because that way it ties in with the spruce shutters. And then if I run back here, there's still enough space. I don't really get stuck or anything like that. And now this white path right here that you see sticking out, I'll probably end up moving this like 2 or 3 blocks to the left. Probably make it right in front of where the door of this building comes out. That way it'll be centered right on the door. And I think that leaves, that'll leave about 2 more plots, or maybe a third one for a very small building. So we'll be able to add 2 to 3 more buildings to the inside of our courtyard here. Alright, then I'm coming down here. This is the left-hand side when you're looking at the building from the front, the side with the door. And I'm cutting some stairs in back here, the back left-hand corner. And this will be so that we can get to our upstairs apartment. Or upstairs house, whatever it is. And that finishes the stairs really quick. And then what I do is I go downstairs underneath the stairs, and I put an upside down stair beneath each right side up stair, and that really just makes the stairs look like they're thicker and more structurally sound. So you can see from the side there how it looks. It looks a lot thicker. It doesn't look like they're just kind of almost floating in air. If you just put them there without the upside down block, it almost looks like the stairs are floating in air. Then what I do at the bottom of the stairs, I do leave a space of 2 to the left of this wall here, and I'm just building a little wall in. That way, you don't fall off the stairs as you climb up them. And I got to finish the top of the wall off with the dark oak block. Just checking there that I can get up the stairs and make sure my head wasn't hitting on the roof or anything. In this little area here under the stairs, I'm going to make the where the cashier would stand, or the clerk for the store would stand. So what I do is I just leave a little space, and I throw down 2 end stone blocks. And then what I do is I grab a trap door, and I put 2 trap doors here facing forward, facing the door, and that's kind of like the desk. And then I put one over here, and this is like the doorway to kind of get back, behind the counter. And then you can imagine maybe there'd be like a safe or a chest back here where the clerk will keep the money. Then I come on over here to the stairs again. To the left of the opening, I go ahead and I finish off the wall here. And then what I'll do is I go ahead and I put 2 dark oak doors in here, finish off the wall above the doors. And then that kind of makes this like a private entrance into this apartment, to the upstairs apartment. Now I guess I can actually close this off probably to the right here and make the doorway open to the outside. So maybe I will do that in a future build, but for now we'll leave it like it is. Like right here I could probably put, a door. And then you can imagine this is like the store, so you can imagine along the walls there'd be shelves or chests or something where the clerk can store, or the store owner can store all his stuff that he's going to sell. And then right here is pretty much what our build is looking like. So you can see it does have a very commercial look to it. It's got the big old windows out front, like display windows out front, where you can imagine some of the merchandise would be displayed there inside our castle courtyard here. And now this is off to the back right hand side of our building, and what I do is I just break a little spot of the fence out, and I add a ladder going up to the roof so that people can access the rooftop deck here. They can come up here on a nice day and just relax, take in the sights. And that pretty much finishes up our build for today. So thank you so much for watching. Please keep the comments coming, and until next time, have a great day.